Alright, happy Thursday. Today's the 6th, so I have 8 more days until I get my disability money. It's been a struggle this month because I had to pay a lot of money to move my stuff to another storage unit. Just went. I ended up going to a hotel and whatever. It just went, And it's also a 5-week month. So there's a lingering thing that keeps on happening to me, and it started, I think, just before I ended. I ended my car. And when the person, this guy I know, stole my car and totaled it on me. I ended up in Tent City, and that's when it kind of started. These things started going wrong for me. And now, even though not Tent City is close, it's still happening. And I can't, there's a number of possibilities of who it could be that's doing this to me and why. And these are things like, the car that I had constantly got flats constantly. There was issues with the car. The one that the woman that the CRV that the woman let me. I know. I was paying the loan off and the monthly and then the insurance rate. And now even with the scooter. There's so many things that have gone wrong since I got the scooter. I got it in December, for 7 months, and things are just falling apart on it. And things that like I don't even know, all of a sudden it works, all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. And the problem is that I do leave it like charging, somewhere by itself, so somebody could just, when I'm doing like this, it's charging up the front of here. Somebody could just come up and do something with it, just to it, My brakes on it, the flat tire I got. Now there's different screws that are missing. Somebody actually took screws out of the screws so that the handlebar couldn't go flying off at any point. And they actually took something that inside that needs to be in there to grab the screw. So even if I put another screw in there right now, it doesn't have anything to grab it. So it's very weird. All these little things just keep on happening to me. I end up falling asleep at the beach, and I don't like that because I don't have a tent. And when I fall asleep at the beach, I it's kind of like I'm up in the open, And I've been sleeping much more deeper and sounder than I've been. So I don't know if people are putting stuff in my thing that I drink or some food when I'm not looking, and then all of a sudden, I have this oh my God, I'm like dozing off. I'm not. It's almost like letting out. But I don't do dope, so it must be given to me at one point when they want me to fall asleep. And when they want me to fall asleep, what happens? I don't know, because I sleep very deep, and all of a sudden I wake up. It's like 4 hours, 5 hours later, sometimes 8 hours. So to run down the list of things, people that could be fucking with me still behind the scenes, either themselves or with people, with other people or with friends. So aside from the first obvious, was the guy who strangled me. That's now facing. I think he's in jail for like 7 years, 6 or 7 years, and every year he goes on parole. He might be pissed off that he ended up going to jail because he was expecting only a year probation. So he ends up. So I don't know if he's in contact with somebody out here that is following me and constantly doing shit to me just to fucking fuck with me. I already went over my family, my brother and my sister, and then somehow there's like something they don't care about me. They want me dead. I mean, no, John, I don't want this. You do. They all want me dead. And my brother talked to me and I really don't talk to her that much anymore. Anyway, but it's been 5 years since I really talked to her. And my sister's the only person. The reason she calls me is because I have mail. So I have mail. So I'm sorry, my eyes are really like stinging, so I'm keeping them closed for a little bit. I'm talking. So they I don't know if there's some money involved somewhere or something that they know about my childhood and where I came from and they don't want to tell me. Whatever it is at this point, I really don't trust them at all. Scratch them off. Big one was the door to the room in the hotel that I can get around here. Most stores have a bolt lock inside it. You know, some it's a double lock it, but this hotel room, one of the only ones that I go to anymore that can't allow me there, doesn't. So if somebody has the key, I'm in a deep sleep there. They can just walk in and do whatever. So I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure which one it is. Let me run out the other ones. So what did I say last hour? The guy who strangled me at the Corey Motel like 4 years ago. My sister, my brother, there's some money there or something. It's all raising. It was always raising money. My family has always been money out of it. You know, and rightly so because we grew up poor. So yeah. I'm gonna continue to take. Yes, I'm just gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it right now. I woke up on the beach. Pretty like days and confused. Just saying sunrise, it was pretty nice. And I'm back here. And Neptune, at the place that I know that I can get either free or cheap coffee, or wherever else I can pick up for cheap. It's supposed to like Walmart or Walgreens or CVS. Those places are fucking rip off, man. They charge like so much more. I can't go into shopper anymore. That's for sure. So who else? I don't know. Possibly some people that think that I did become an informant. You know, that could possibly be the case. I piss off people sometimes. I'm not really sure why I do, but I do. I suppose, and just like the people that were helping me at first, and then now they don't really help me anymore. And the next one is an interesting one because I never really thought about it to this extent, but now I do. Something about seeing this person a few times now in the last like couple of weeks. Just brought back some memories, and those memories unlocked something that I didn't remember. So this last person is my ex-girlfriend, and whoever she's now dating. I'm wondering if it's the guy that now she runs the drum circle with. That I really didn't like. I never really liked the guy. I think I met him. He says I met him actually by Wall Street. I don't really remember. But since he started coming to the drum circle, it was really kind of, he brought in a really kind of like weird energy. Not it's one of those guys that says, oh man, I was talking something political when I was leading the drum circle. If I want to talk about something political in the middle, or something some human rights stuff, I will. And he was like, hey man, you can't mix up. I mean, dude, he came into my drum circle and acted like he was taking it. Now, why do I think her or both of them somehow, if they are dating at this point, because I see them going, they're running my drum circle now together. They're right next to each other, just like me and her. Playing the Junes. She's out there playing the Junes, and he didn't play Junes when he played other drums, hand drums, but now he's playing the Junes, right? What I used to play. Now, one thing about this whole thing with Barbara everything was very kind of weird because I was living there and we broke up kind of because she was going through premenopause and she didn't want to have sex anymore. Now I'm wondering now if maybe she and this guy actually got together at that point because she was disappearing. She bought a $2,000 camera at one point because she got a second mortgage. I think she was gonna give me some money. She gave me a little bit of money, nothing, maybe not even enough for it to cover the down payment that I put down on the house. But she was a little, and then all of a sudden she had this camera, And then every morning she would wake up, right, and go to the beach, right, with Bradley, and take these pictures over and over, these sunrise pictures. Beautiful pictures, don't get me wrong, and it was a really expensive camera, so it took great shots. But now I'm wondering if she was actually meeting somebody there. Maybe it was this guy. Maybe this guy somehow, because he was in the drum circle. He was in the drum circle before me and her broke up. I'm not sure if somehow he got behind me and decided to take both my drum circle and my ex-girlfriend, and eventually my house, because if they're all together, maybe she's gonna put him on the lease instead of me, which she was supposed to do. Yeah. Because the house is worth a lot more than it was when we bought it. It was $175. Now I think it's last time I checked, it's like $475 or $485 something. For a small little 2 bedrooms in Neptune City. But I knew it was a good investment, and I convinced her to buy it. And something in the back of my mind saying that even though I wasn't on the mortgage, and she was supposed to put me in a lease, maybe she either put me on the lease and didn't tell me, or B, maybe something happened that day because the lawyer saw what was going on. See, she didn't have the full down payment. Right? She had the full down payment, and I basically, what I did was that I took and she needed to see, when you have money and when you buy a house and you have money, right? You have to have the money for down payment. You have to have money in the bank for a while. You can't just all of a sudden have it. If it's illegal money or somebody gave it to you. If that's the case, that person has to state that they gave it to you. So in her case, she had a bunch of money in a safe deposit box from a and I'm going to say this on here because you know what? Fuck it. And at this point, she splattered a whole bunch of lies about me, so I can tell some truth about her. She didn't have the down payment because that money, her portion of the down payment, was in a safe deposit box, because her and Iran owned a business together, and at the end of that business, she took a whole bunch of money and didn't claim it and just stuck it in a safe deposit box. Now, she said to me, if I take it out of the safe deposit box and try to use it, right, she can't, because they'll say, where did you get the money from, right? So what I had to do is that I paid the entire down payment. I gave her the money, showing that me writing her a check, right, for the full down payment, which I had a little bit of money in the bank before this happened, because I had I had a lawsuit against I guess a fund that whoever gets Guillain-Barré syndrome will actually get some compensation. And I won. And I got some compensation for pain, suffering, and stuff for it. And it was dwindling down, of course, but